You ain't did nothing wrong, man. You ain't did nothing wrong. You won. You won. The fool. Everything he did was show he was a fool. You recorded yourself. You self-snitched on yourself. Y'all niggas want to be gangsters so bad. That video just pissed me the fuck off. Y'all young better tighten up. Nigga, Gucci Man won. Nigga, fuck you mean he still got his freedom, his beautiful wife, his beautiful kids, and that beautiful bank account.
He's right, you know.
Gucci Man. What are you talking about, nigga? You won.
Shit over. You dropping this done deal. Bro, let them know it's a done deal. Bro, it's a done deal. Let them know you dropping me. I drop you. No, say it. Pooh Shiesty drop from 1017. Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on. Bro, we just did that. That's done. What you do? You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop. You signed the paper. I signed the paper. It's done.
New this morning, the federal government says rapper Pooh Shiesty is simply too dangerous to be out on bond. The rapper's real name is Lontrell Williams Jr. He is asking to be released on bond ahead of his trial. You may remember he and 8 other men, including his father, are accused in the January robbing and kidnapping of his record label owner, Gucci Mane. The other defendants, including Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30, they're already out on bond, but here's this new filing.
What's good, everybody? The legal problems surrounding Pooh Shiesty appear to be getting even more serious. Just days after asking the federal judge to release him on bond while awaiting trial, prosecutors fired back with a lengthy court filing arguing he should remain in custody. And according to the government, they believe there's too much risk with releasing him. Today we're going to break down what the prosecutor said and why the court is taking this so serious, and why one particular victim impact statement could play a major role in the judge's decision. After spending months behind bars awaiting trial, Pooh Shiesty's legal team recently asked the court to reconsider his detention. Defense attorneys proposed several conditions that they argue would allow him to be safely released while the case moves forward. This isn't unusual. Many defendants request bond modifications before trial. The defense's position is simple. Their client should not remain incarcerated before he's convicted, but federal prosecutors strongly agree. Just over a week after the motion was filed, prosecutors submitted a lengthy response asking the judge to deny bond altogether. Their argument centers on 2 major issues. First, they claim no release conditions would reasonably protect the community, and second, they argue there's a significant risk of witness intimidation or retaliation if he is released. Those are 2 of the biggest factors judges consider in federal detention hearings. The government isn't just arguing that Pooh Shiesty might fail to appear, they're arguing he presents an ongoing danger, and that's a much higher standard. According to the court filings, prosecutors say they now possess additional evidence supporting their position. That reportedly includes text messages, witness statements, physical evidence, prior bond violation allegations, and other investigative material, along with a video that's supposed to be circulating out there. Of course, all this evidence will ultimately have to be challenged in court. Nothing has been proven before a jury, but prosecutors clearly believe they've assembled enough evidence to convince the judge that pretrial release isn't appropriate. Perhaps the strongest part of the government's filing wasn't forensic evidence, it was a letter, a victim impact statement submitted by one of the alleged victims. And according to the court records, the individual, identified by initials, told the judge he fears for both his own safety, his family's safety, if Pooh Shiesty was released. The letter describes living with constant anxiety, watching cars drive past his house, being afraid to allow his kids outside, and worrying that retaliation could occur even hundreds of miles away. Whether those fears ultimately prove justified isn't the issue at this stage. The important part is that the judge must decide whether those concerns are credible enough to justify continued detention. And victim impact statements often carry significant weight. Federal judges don't simply ask did somebody commit a crime. That question is reserved for trial. Instead, during bond hearings, the court asks different questions. Can this defendant safely be released? Will witnesses remain protected? Will the defendant appear in court? Could additional crimes occur? Those are the questions prosecutors are trying to answer, and based on their filing, they believe the answer is no. The defense's perspective, of course, they see everything differently. Like every criminal defendant, Pooh Shiesty is presumed innocent unless he's proven guilty. Defense attorneys generally argue that allegations alone should not automatically justify keeping someone behind bars before trial. They may challenge the credibility of the witnesses, question the strength of the government's evidence, or argue that strict release conditions, such as GPS monitoring, home confinement, or restricted travel would adequately protect the public. Ultimately, that's for the court to decide. Now, federal court is very different from the state court. Fed prosecutors generally spend months or even years building investigations before making arrests. Once charges are filed, judges often rely on heavily detailed investigative records prepared by the federal agents over years. If prosecutors convince the judge that someone presents both a danger to the community and a risk to witnesses, obtaining bond becomes extremely difficult. That's exactly what appears to be happening here. Now the ball's in the judge's court. The judge will review the defense's request, the government's response, the supporting evidence, and the victim statements. Then the court will determine whether continued detention is warranted while the case proceeds. This decision won't determine guilt or innocence. It simply decides whether the defendant should remain in custody before trial. The trial itself, where evidence is challenged and witnesses are cross-examined, is still where the ultimate legal questions will be resolved. This case has already become one of the most closely watched legal battles in hip-hop, where prosecutors pushing aggressively to keep Pooh Shiesty detained and the defense continuing to fight for his release. There will likely be more developments in the weeks ahead. As always, it's important to remember that these allegations are being litigated in court, and Pooh Shiesty remains presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all think the prosecutors have enough to justify denying bond? Or do you think the strict release conditions could adequately address their concerns? Drop your comments below. Appreciate you. Subscribe, share the video, like the video. Till next time, it's your boy, man. We out.